welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will be doing a first impression / review on the new Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics complexion releases. There have been quite a bit of releases this month, but we will be reviewing / giving my first impressions on these products. So if you want to see what I think about these two, definitely keep on watching. Alright guys, I am so nervous, but I'm very excited nonetheless, and I have been dying to try these products with you guys. So I have not opened them or anything like that. I do follow Jaclyn Hill and I did see her new releases, so I went ahead and I got them. I got the skin tint and the concealer. So this is the Fox Filler Correcting Concealer. It is not the Fox Filter because I believe that Huda Beauty's concealer, that's the name, so she can really call it that now that I think about it. But this is the Fox Filler Correcting Concealer. So I got mine in the shade Light Neutral, which I'm kind of nervous about now because it looks a little pinky and I don't like that. But nonetheless, we're gonna try it because we spent our money on it. I believe this concealer is $26. And then I did get the skin tint, which is called the Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint. And this is just the packaging, you know, her standard little Jaclyn Hill logo. It is nice and rose gold, sleek packaging nonetheless. So when you open it, this is what it looks like. Very, very pretty. It does have that airless cap in there, which will help you get all of your makeup out. Some of your product is left at the bottom and you can't get it. So this has that, so that's really good. I really, really like that. Some people were really complaining about the fact that there is like that gap and there's no product in there. But then you also got to take in place that she had to have some type of space to put that gap in there. Mine is in the shade Light, and you can't really see the shade that well, but it is kind of light. I didn't like the other shades. They weren't my cup of tea, so I went with Light. I feel like this would work well with me, so fingers crossed. There is 12 shades in the skin tint, which a lot of people said they didn't like that. It is a skin tint, so more than one person can use one shade, so it might be versatile. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go ahead and try it on for you guys to see how it really looks and if it really is versatile. Most of the time I go for neutral shade foundations and concealers. This is the concealer. See how it has like a little bit of a paley pink shade, but this is light neutral. The other shades were a little too dark. I like to highlight with my concealers, so that's why I got this shade. There is, I believe, more than like 20 shades in the concealer, only 12 in the skin tint. So there's that. I got mine on Ulta.com. So if you guys want to buy these, they are available there. Also, I've heard some people say that they've picked theirs up at a Morphe store. So if you can do that, definitely do, because then that way you can see the shades in person and really get your hands on it and see like what matches you better. I am drinking some tea because my throat is a little messed up. I am currently under the weather, so forgive me if I sound a little funky. The skin tint is very light coverage, if not no coverage. It's more so just to, you know, help blur and smooth your complexion and even out any redness that you may have. You can also use this as a primer apparently, so I really want to try that out. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like with no foundation on first. Right now, all I have is some face cream and some under eye cream. She also said to apply this with your fingers. I don't like to apply things with my fingers, but I'm definitely gonna try. I have seen a couple of people also use like a foundation brush, so that's definitely worth a try. And as for the concealer, I'm also gonna apply that with a brush instead of a sponge, just because of the formula that it is. Ooh, when you open it, it does have like a pump, and let's go ahead and pump this bad boy out. So that was like one pump. It is kind of thick. Ooh, it is very, very thick. you would expect it to be a little bit runny because most skin tints are kind of watery. But yeah, let's try this on, you know. It is kind of moussey and thick in texture. So it looks very, very light for me, but hopefully like once I blend it in, it looks really good. My mom also did purchase this skin tint, and on her, it looked very good. So very scary, you guys. It kind of feels like a thick moisturizer. It definitely does have some type of, you know, coverage to it. I wouldn't say it's full coverage. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the other side with a brush. And I am taking the L'Oreal Times Morphe Collection Foundation brush. I definitely do like the way that it applied with the brush a little bit more. Definitely a lot faster as well, because with your hands, you really have to work and blend that product in, versus with the brush, didn't really have to do all that work. I do notice this is something that I haven't really had many people say on their videos, is that it does dry quickly as well. So that's it applied with the brush. It is a little light for me, but I feel like with like bronzer and blush and all that, it will look more like my shade. As of right now, it looks very pretty, you guys. It looks like your skin, but better. It does have like a minor glow to it. It doesn't have a lot of coverage, but it has some. You know what I mean? Like you can kind of still see a little bit of my skin underneath. You definitely cannot rock this on a full coverage day. This is not that. This is more like a even out your skin tone type of product. I did go ahead and really hydrate the under eyes today, so like fingers crossed that it works really well. Ooh. Wow, there is a seal on this bad boy. I'm gonna work one eye at a time. So this is the way the applicator looks like. It honestly reminds me of a like lipstick applicator. It's kind of skinny. I personally prefer large doe foot applicators. That's just my preference. So let's work this bad boy in. So this is one eye done. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. I did work really fast to blend that out because I've been seeing some scary things, girl. So I really wanted to work with it as fast as I could because of that. But it did blend really well, as you guys saw. It didn't like dry up unbearably fast. Jaclyn did mention that this is a formula that she doesn't have to set. I do believe I'm gonna have to set this. So I'm gonna take this Maybelline banana powder, and I'm just gonna set my eyes lightly with it. Normally I don't lightly set my under eye, but I do feel like this concealer, you don't have to set it like baking it. But this is the Maybelline Lasting Fix Banana Powder, and this is what it looks like. This is a very good, affordable under eye setting powder. You can find this at Walmart, Ulta, anywhere. This is very, very good, nice and brightening, and it does smooth your skin out very pretty as well. So first impressions on the concealer, it is very pretty. It is pretty. But I definitely, if you are a beginner, please do not buy this because it's not going to work for you. It's really going to be hard for you to work with. If you're like a beginner, I would go for a more hydrating formula. It doesn't dry up as fast, and it's not going to settle into fine lines and wrinkles, and it's not going to make your under eye look crepey. With this, you do have the risk of running that. So I definitely don't recommend this for beginners. If you do makeup on a daily basis and you've been doing it for a while, this is workable. You can work with this concealer. I do like the way it looks on my under eyes. It looks very pretty. It looks very smoothing. I would say it is a medium coverage. It is not a full coverage. I didn't try to build it up because it did dry up so fast. I feel like if you tried to build it up, it wouldn't look too good, because on this eye it tried to settle into a fine line before it set, and when I went to continue to blend it out before it continued to dry on me, if I would have messed with it a little bit more and added more product, I feel like it would have took off the product that was already there. Does that make sense? Like, it would have messed up the product all in one. So I just don't think this is beginner friendly. This is definitely not one of those concealers that like, oh, let me grab it and do my makeup really quickly. And like, no, girl, have some time, have some patience, and work fast, because she's not forgiving. She's really not. She's good, but not forgiving. And if you want full coverage, this is not it. All right, so I went ahead and I finished the rest of my makeup. This is what we're looking like. I can definitely see that my base looks very glowy, very like natural and skin-like. I would definitely say that this is not your full coverage foundation, girl. So if that's what you're looking for, this is not for you. I do believe that it is kind of like an easy product to put on in the morning. If you find the perfect shade, this is definitely a go. If you have oily skin, use a mattifying primer and definitely set your makeup. But it looks very, very pretty. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily that blurring, because I can still see my pores and all that. The concealer, not so much. I don't recommend the concealer, to be honest. It looks very, very pretty. I was able to work with it, but is it really worth $26? Honestly, I prefer my Kosas concealer way more, and it has more coverage than this. This is like medium to light coverage, in my opinion. I haven't been sleeping that well, and I have kind of like purpley blue under eye bags, and it didn't really cover them that well. I can see the bluish green tint coming through. I don't like it. Personally, the concealer is a pass. It's a hard pass. I don't recommend it. But the skin tint is a go. It is very, very pretty. It works really well. If you're a beginner, this is friendly to you. It's just definitely the shade range. I wish you would have made it a little bit more diverse, just so it could be a little bit easier for someone to find their shade. Because girl, I suffered to figure out if I was like light, medium, light. I almost went with medium, but then I saw another video and it looked a little bit too dark for me, so I didn't like that. So I went with light, and as you can see, it was definitely a little too light for me, so I had to go in with like bronzer and all that. But it was definitely workable. So let me know, guys, what you thought about how it came out. What do you think about my base? Does it look nice? What do you think? Definitely a lot lighter than my skin tone. But with some, you know, bronzer, we were able to make it work. But yeah, that is the end of today's first impression / review. Leave me a comment down below. Will you be picking up any of these products? If so, which one did you get? Did you like it? And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a quick one. Definitely don't forget to subscribe down below. Give it a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.